Hello.
Hello.
First of all, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. And I thought today I'd do something a bit different. I'm going to show you how I made one of these. Do you know what this is? Do you know what that is? That's a shamrock. I got up first thing this morning, and before I'd even had a cup of tea, I made a shamrock. That was the first one I made. And that's the second one. And now I'm going to show you how I made them. I started off by crocheting 5 chains. Okay, so 5 chains is part of the stalk. From that 5, I then crocheted 1, 2, 3, 4, and then count back 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch into that one. Okay, turn it over, crochet 2, and then into the circle and crochet 2, then yarn over into the circle. It's a bit fiddly. There you go. Yarn over again, yarn over again, and I do 2 of these. And then I do yarn over into the circle. Okay, and then swing those round and over into the circle and slip stitch. So that's a slip stitch into the circle. Then we're going into the circle, yarn over, and there, and then yarn over, and again, and 2, then yarn over into the circle. So we're doing our treble, and we're doing 2 of those again, and then we're going back to do a double, and then we're going to do, we pull them round, and we're going to do another slip stitch into the bottom of there. Okay, pull it round, and then we're starting again, over, okay, and then 1, 2, 3, and then the treble, 1, 2, 3, that we're doing twice, 2, 2, 3, then a double. You know where I'm going with this now. And then finally, when we're back to the tail, we're doing a slip stitch through there. Right, now you've got your 3 basic leaves. You can leave it like that, or you can turn round so you're going backwards. Let's get the tail out the way. Chain 1, and then through the loop. Okay, through around the first leaf. Now you've got two choices here when you get this far. Hang on, let me get me some more yarn out of there because it's got stuck. Oh, I got a yarn bath. Wouldn't you know?
A what?
A yarn bath.
It's a yarn bath.
That is.
When you're tangled.
That's a yarn bath. That's all right. Let me just. You can either do a slip stitch into that slip stitch. You can just see that slip stitch there. You can either do your slip stitch in there, or you can do your slip stitch in there and take it up that way, which curls the leaf slightly. Okay, and gives you an edge to the leaf. And then we go back in and we're crocheting round. Oops. Single crochets through both loops, and it literally only takes a few minutes, as you can see. Right, and that last one there. Oh, come on. And then I'm slip stitching through the middle to separate the leaves, and then into the next one, and off we go again. Bear with me. Let's just undo the yarn bath. So we're now crocheting around the edge of the final leaf, and that one. Now you can slip stitch into the bottom there, which makes it nice and neat, which is what, oops, beg your pardon. Let me finish that single crochet off first. So I'm going into the circle, and there's the slip stitch, and then we've got the back of the 5 chain that we had. So all I'm going to do now is go down the chain through the bump at the back, so the chain bit is on the other side, and single crochet through those 5 bumps. Oop. We go through that one. Now you can either slip stitch those down, or you can single crochet like I've done, and then you get to the bottom, and what I did there, that gives me a nice stalk now, look. And what I did was to cut that, put that down on the side because we don't need that, pull it through, and then the 2 ends are tied once, come on.
Come on, dear.
I know, it's because I'm showing you that I'm just getting fumble fingered. Okay, now then, if you're going to attach this to something, you can leave the ends on, but I'm going to cut them off because I'm just making a little bunch of shamrocks at the moment. So that's there, and there's your shamrock with your 3 leaves. That didn't take long, did it?
Even I could do that.
You could.
If
So
I
I've now
tried.
got 3 shamrocks, look. How's that then? And considering I didn't even have a pattern for that, I just did it out of my head, I don't think that's too bad. Obviously, you can make it bigger if you do a second round of doubles and trebles. But I was only doing little ones just to play. So I've now got a bunch of shamrock.
This time next year, you'll be doing a complete blanket of shamrocks.
Really?
Okay, maybe not.
Maybe not. But they're just nice, something nice. So you've got something for St. Patrick's Day. There you go. And as you can see, I'm all in my green. And when I went to see my sister today, she'd got a green top on as well. Now, yesterday I went out. And let's take that out because I don't need that. That's the lavender. And I took I was meeting my friend Stella in Redditch for a coffee. And she was talking about the yarn, and the blanket she'd knitted was giving off all fluff. And I said, well, you need to check what your yarn is like before you use it. So off we went round the nearest wool shop, and I was getting it to feel all the yarns, to feel the difference, and to look at the yarn to see which ones were quite loose that might lose bits and which ones were firmer. And she said, but the firmer ones aren't as soft. I said, well, they are. They're just wound slightly tighter. So I said, you know, you need to know what you're looking at. I said, and the same goes when you go from double knit to chunky. It's a different feel. Okay. And while I was there, the lady and the chap who were behind the counter were watching us. And the chap went, got some bark, because I was saying about the yarn they'd got on offer for $1.75, and the chap went and pointed to a table just in front of the counter and said, we've got some here for £1. So I got 3. I couldn't come home without them, could I? Come on.
My word.
And they're white, and they're, well, I said white is always useful. You can always find. And in fact, what I'm going to do is do a baby blanket in white and lavender. So that's why the lavender's in there. So there we go. And I'm on a lavender and white, a cream, lavender and cream blanket now at the moment. And I've done a bit more on the single bedspread. But I've got to wait for the rest of the yarn. So that's it. I thought I'd come on and say Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and show you how to make a shamrock. So there you go. There you got it. And I will write it up in my pattern book, so in my journal, so that I can remember how to do it next time. Okay. So that's it for me for today. Short and sweet, just like me. And I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to like and follow and share if you wouldn't mind. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.